Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit since I did a vlog post and I apologize for that. I've had a lot going on, but I am going to be starting to upload videos more regularly. So I had a few things that I want to talk to you about today and talk about updates about what's going on with everything. There's been a lot lately. So first thing I want to talk about, numero uno, is relationships. I have had a lot of bad relationships. I've had relationships where I have basically poured out all of my energy and emotion into the relationship and really felt like I got nothing in return. There wasn't very good communication. I had problems being assertive and actually speaking my mind, and it led to a lot of other issues. So that's something I've been working on lately. I actually recently met a man who I have been building a relationship with, and there's just so much compatibility there that it's pretty mind-blowing. It's definitely the most healthy relationship that I've had. It's definitely the most open communication and trust that I've ever had with anybody. And this is still a fairly new relationship, so there's no saying for sure exactly where it will go, but it's looking like a promising thing that I'm going to be building on, so that's great. Really, if you have a relationship with anybody, it needs to be based on complete trust and openness and honesty, and that's really the only way that you can have a good foundation for any relationship, is to just talk about problems as they come up, talk about your emotions, talk about your insecurities, talk about your issues. That's what you have to do to really keep things going in a good direction in your relationship. Otherwise, those things are going to crop up and rear their ugly heads at some point and cause arguments and miscommunication and resentment. And that's what ultimately it leads to. The next part I wanted to talk about was my weight loss journey. I've been back on keto since the middle of March, and so far I've lost 30 pounds. And someone actually commented on a post of mine on Facebook yesterday and said that instead of saying I lost so many pounds, that I should say I released them, which sounds a little odd when you first think about it, but it makes sense because our brains are programmed to regain anything that we have lost. Loss has such a negative connotation to it that anything that we've lost, our brain thinks, okay, I lost this, I need to find it, I need to get it back. And obviously, when it comes to weight loss, healthy weight loss, we don't want to do that. So I released 30 pounds and I feel so much better. And I haven't been completely consistent and strict with it, but I did download MyFitnessPal again a couple days ago and started really logging everything meticulously and actually counting calories and counting carbs daily again. And I think that's going to be really great for me now that I've lost my first 30 pounds. I want to keep going in that trajectory. So discipline is so important when it comes to a lifestyle change like weight loss. You have to be disciplined and you have to have a routine. If you can't stick to your routine and be consistent, then you're not going to be able to maintain any results that you end up getting. A lot of the mistakes that people make have to do with setting themselves up for failure because they set up a routine that they can't maintain, and once they fall off of that routine, then there's nothing to keep them on the path of continuing to lose that weight and continuing to get in better shape. It does take discipline. You have to push through failures. You have to push through downfalls. You have to push through discomfort and pain sometimes when it comes to getting physically fit. And it's not always easy. It's never easy, but nothing worth it is ever easy. So at the same time, you do want to have fun with it as much as you can. Life is all about well, it's not all about enjoyment, but you want to be able to have moments of enjoyment in this, and not just the fulfillment of the results, but also the fulfillment of enjoying the little things, like taking a walk outside in nature, or doing a bike ride with your family or your significant other. All kinds of things that you can do activity wise, or even cooking wise, and your meal planning. You can be really creative with the kinds of things that you are making for yourself and your family, and you can experiment with different ingredients, and you can find things that work for you. Now, my diet is really low carb, so I'm a little more limited in what I can do as far as recipes. It's like meat, vegetables, dairy, good fats, so a lot of my meals consist of that, various combinations of that. So I do a lot of salads. I do a lot of, cooked meat and vegetables with cheese or something like that. I'm actually trying to cut back a little bit more on the dairy because it's been pretty heavy, and I think if I cut back on that a little bit, it might help me actually feel better and have more energy, and not be so backed up. So you gotta kind of watch that when it comes to a diet like this. And the third thing I wanted to address is business, career. That's something that I've been really focusing on a lot lately, and what I found is that one of the most important aspects of being successful in a career path is your mindset. If you have a mindset of doubt and fear, if you doubt your own competency and abilities, you're never going to get very far, because I mean, me personally, I can learn about all kinds of stuff. I can quickly and easily learn about a lot of different concepts, but I struggle when it comes to application of those concepts and actually taking action on the things that I've learned. And I think that I know that that is because of fear, that I have this fear that I won't be able to execute it properly, or it's not going to be effective, or people will judge me, or people will not like what I have to say or what I'm trying to do. But the whole point of all of this is that once you find your niche, you find the thing that you really are passionate about doing and presenting to the world, then you have to follow through, and you have to find a path to make your dream a reality. There are so many people out there that never follow their dream. They never pursue what they really want to do with their life because they think it's unrealistic, or they think that they don't have the resources to do it, or they don't have the time, or they don't have the money. But you have to believe that you can do anything that you put your time and effort into. It's not just your mind, because your mind is an important aspect, but you also have to invest yourself. You have to invest knowing that there is a potential that you may not get a return on your investment, but believing somewhere inside of yourself that you will. And if you have enough belief and faith in that, and in yourself, and in the processes that other people have already followed to get where they are, then you can be pretty confident that you, in fact, will get where the people that you're following have already gotten to. And that's another important part, is you have to be able to have people in your life, coaches, mentors, people who've already achieved success in these areas. And if you want to achieve the same type of success, then you want to follow the same type of processes they did. You want to learn the same things they did. You want to take the same actions that they did. So having those people in your life is super important. You can't be afraid of failing, because you're always going to fail when you first start off doing something. But what I've learned lately is that failure is not failure unless it stops you from moving forward. If you're moving forward, after your failures, if you're learning from those, that's what you're really doing. You're not failing, you're learning. You're moving forward in the process by learning. So that's super important. You have to know that anytime that you fail, yes, it might feel discouraging, it might feel disappointing, but you kind of have to rewire your brain to think of that as a positive thing. You have to think, okay, now I did something that I know isn't working or isn't going to work. Now I can modify my approach and find something that will work and that will produce results. So that's the kind of process that I've been finding lately. In the digital marketing world, it's so vast and there's so many different options, and it's so fast paced and everything's constantly changing. That's what's so exciting about it, but it also is a little scary and overwhelming. So I've had to find certain people to follow and pay attention to and try to direct my energy and my efforts and my learning towards something that is actually going to fit with me in my life and what I'm trying to do personally. So that's all I really have for today, and I hope to make another video again soon. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you will like and subscribe if this is something that you are interested in, that has spoken to you. And I will be doing another video again next week. If you guys have any suggestions about any particular topics, lifestyle, health, otherwise, that you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you. Thank you.